is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao has stated that he is interested in the winner of Errol Spence and Danny Garcia, and he is willing to fight that particular winner. And what does that mean for Terence Bud Crawford? When Terence Bud Crawford, in fact, had a deal that was already signed, but due to the pandemic, it fell through. Manny has decided to move on. Manny has decided to, hey, I will take on the winner out of this particular fight. Whereas Terence Crawford thought to himself, like, hey, I'll get that fight with Manny and soon as things open back up. But Manny has changed lanes. He's decided to focus on the winner of this fight, because the winner of this fight, it makes sense to a certain degree, has the WBC and the IBF, and then he has the WBA. So if he wins, or if he fights anyone, it'll be for a unified championship, right? So he will take on either one. You know, talks of Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao happened before, when Errol Spence beat Mikey Garcia, when Mikey Garcia couldn't even get close to Errol Spence, honestly. The reach, the height, the size was too much. Well, it looks like it's coming back around, and Manny Pacquiao wants to secure a fight. Now, you know he's going to want some money, but here's the counterpunch, people. Here's the counterpunch. Manny Pacquiao once upon a time wanted $20 million to fight Terence Crawford and didn't get it from cheap-ass Bob Arum, right? Okay. The fight never went through. Later it was revealed that Bob Arum didn't want that fight to happen simply because he didn't want to put Manny Pacquiao's health in danger. And that's the real reason he didn't want that fight to take place. Like the money didn't have anything to do with it, Bob. Sure, tell that shit to someone else. But that's what the man said. So, hey, you can take what he says for cash value. You can, or you don't have to, right? Now, we've seen what Terence Crawford done to Kell Brook, right? Knowing what we just talked about, that Manny Pacquiao and Terence Crawford had a deal in signed, sealed, delivered, but it fell through. So the question you ask yourself, people, what really changed with Manny Pacquiao, okay, to make him focus more on this fight instead of a fight that he already has signed, sealed, and delivered? Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out, people. Manny Pacquiao seen what Terence Crawford did to Kell Brook. And it looked like a fight that was looking in Kell Brook's favor until Terence Crawford striked with counterpunches. Manny Pacquiao himself knows he's subject to run into punches himself. Ask Juan Manuel Marquez, people, okay? I think Manny Pacquiao and his team, just like, we have to look at everything on the table. We have to put it all on the table. Just like Freddie Roach did not like the style of Terence Crawford when talking about fighting with his fighter, Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao saw the destruction in round 4 of Kell Brook and thought to himself, no, I think I'll go another route. That's what the deal is. Okay? He's seen what Terence Crawford did to Kell Brook once again. He didn't want to be that person, and he didn't like that opportunity. He didn't like that idea, because the opportunity, or the, should I say, chances of him getting knocked out at an older age grows closer and closer as old as he gets. He's 42 years old. At least he'll be 42 next week, right? So he knows fighting someone like Terence Crawford, 10 years his junior, is not a smart move. However, who's to say that fighting Errol Spence is a smarter move, or Danny Garcia a smarter move? Well, those guys haven't done what Terence Crawford has been doing to fighters. Okay? Terence Crawford has knocked out the last 4 of his fighters. Fact. Or made him quit with Amir Khan. And who has made Amir Khan quit? Nobody. Amir Khan gets knocked out. He doesn't quit. Listen. Manny Pacquiao knows that he has a better chance of fighting the winner out of Danny Garcia and Errol Spence than taking on someone slick, undefeated, switch hitting like Terence Crawford. He knows that. He looked at it like, look, this is a better option for me. I'm 42 years old. I have no business fighting the best pound-for-pound fighter. So a lot of people are sitting there skinning and grinning about, oh, yay, Errol Spence can get the opportunity to fight Manny. That's fine. But understand, Manny made a choice himself. Why do you think Manny made that choice? Counterpunch. Manny made that choice because he knows that Terence Bud Crawford is the most dangerous fighter out there. He's the best pound for pound. So if Manny Pacquiao really wanted to challenge himself, he would want to fight the best pound for pound, right? That's what I would think. But he's seen the destruction of Kell Brook. Kell Brook's a big, strong fighter, okay? He's a big, strong fighter. And he knows that, hey, I would do better fighting Danny Garcia or Errol Spence. Because if you look at Errol Spence, he's probably looking at it like this. If Errol Spence, if Mikey Garcia, small as he is, can survive Errol Spence, that means that's a good chance for me maybe beating Errol Spence. So why don't I just fight Errol Spence and take the easy road? I said it, the easy road, with a guy that we don't really know. It's too many unknowns about Errol Spence right now. Fight him, because at least Mikey Garcia survived and he wouldn't look half-ass bad. So if that's the case, maybe, just maybe, I have a chance, right? So it's a better chance that he's fighting Errol Spence, if Errol Spence comes out victorious tonight, than fighting Terence Bud Crawford. You guys tell me what you think about Manny Pacquiao focusing on the winner of Garcia Spence. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.